Hello everyone, my name is Kamil Bitner. Welcome to the bloody GameDev Process. On this livestream show, I try to create video games in a short space of time, material and video games in particular. This is the only limitation of this stream, of this live stream series, because I create various type of different live streams throughout the week, and this is the only one that has specifically designed to be for the creation of material audience material audience titles only. These titles are partially inspired by early Rockstar games from the early 2000 era. So the objective is to create edgy, rebellious video games that's that has potential in both narrative and gameplay wise and graphical wise to be something different from that will stick out from the crowd. So this is pretty much what I'm creating up to this point. This is episode number 8. This is the main character. So I've developed most of the basic gameplay revolving the main character. So let's go start playing with the main character. As you can see, I already built the main character, of course, as I mentioned. I made, if you look at it, the bottom left corner, there's the map of the level, and this is, for example, the bystanders. When you have to talk with people on the map, it'll give you clues, and also you can see it on the map. It is the white dot. The yellow dot will be those that will aid you and you're defeating the enemies or anything else. So this will be the focus of today's episode, to program this character. But for the time, but what I developed at this point also is this is a health pack, like medipack, in case you have been damaged too much. These are books that will of course will change in looks, but this is the main basic gameplay. So as you can see here, I cannot approach and do anything about it, but if I learn the spell, I can now approach it and it will interact with the environment. These are, for example, the spell books that I will be using for this character. So as you can see, it changes the color. And now let's go here. So do make the fatality. That will be, of course, animated, but this is the basic programming has been now done. And this is that was one of the areas that you can cross, and until the enemy character sees you, it will not it will attack you when he sees you. But if I go to this area, he will attacks me regardlessly. So let's just drain myself some health points in order to show you the painting that I also did program. See, the fainting is going smoothly, and now let's go and it go now. This is the main character fainted. This is how the respawning will work, and so now let's just go and do a from the back fatality. One. Okay, so now let's just I can also make side spells that will act like this, but let's not just drain it like this. So let's make one other fatality, and it goes like this. I also programmed the main character climbing, jumping. It will go automatically if the ledge is not too distant. So this is pretty much what I've created at this point. So hold on a second, let's just see one last thing. If I had damaged myself way too much, I can now go here. Let's just hit. Okay, so that character punches me, and the other character will just try and use spell against me. So as you can see, I have the map on, and now let's just go and make spell from the distance, and once again a fatality. So there will be different cameras revolving when it comes to fatalities. So this is pretty much what I've created up to this point. The stream started like at this time. because the stream crashed. So there was no point to continue. Everything was broke down for a couple of seconds. So hold on just a second. In order to avoid another crash, I'll just do this. There was something wrong with my computer. The 10 years of experience means also 10 years of the same tech has been used, unfortunately. So I hope this stream will not crash. I hope the computer will not crash once again. The blue screen shut down the stream previously. I was on time, most of it. So okay, so I believe it's now just calm down. So so before the stream crashed, I was doing also the introduction for the stream. So I'm trying to do as fast as possible. So this is one show that I am developing throughout the week on Tuesdays and Fridays. But there are other shows that I also stream that are night and day different from that game, and specifically in the content that I try to make. There are games absolutely, but each and every one of these games that you can see on these streams, they are different in both gameplay, graphics, and narrative, you name it. The GameDev Process Standard Edition, which is the blue stream, is focused on creating sci-fi titles. That I try to create a realistic version of it, not necessarily meaning photorealistic. The other types of graphical forms of expression are very much allowed. There's the only limitation is that there must be sci-fi and there must be a realism and hopefully something new that hasn't been seen or experienced before. There's also, if you want something that is family friendly, kids friendly, then there are GameDev Process Animated and GameDev Process Fantasy titles that flip-flops between them throughout the season. So each season corresponds to a video game, and the seasons, if one games is developed on the GameDev Process Animated, the next stream on those days, Wednesday and Saturday, it will be a GameDev Process Fantasy game to be developed. So let's see how that will turn out with those titles. The GameDev Process Animated is focused on creating 2D or 3D animated video games, while GameDev Process Fantasy, the only limitation is that amongst other things, like the game must be short, it must be family friendly. The GameDev Process Fantasy is that is limited in the genre. It must be fantasy at all costs. The fantasy at all costs and no other genre. And each and every one of these streams, I showcase the development of Blender and Unreal Engine. I'm a 10+ years experienced game developer. I develop games primarily with the software asset of myself using through YouTube tutorials. Anyone can become a video game developer, so I highly recommend using this in case you want to be part of the video game development community, software community, to create the following prototype. This is Project Magic. This is one of the many prototypes that I developed throughout the year. That this was a couple of weeks ago, there was 1 full year of game development. Not exactly 1 full year, but 1 year ever since I started streaming game development regularly. So everything you see here was developed live on air with in a short space of time, or 30 episode time, from gameplay to graphics. Everything was created in that short space of time. So I demonstrated repeatedly that it's 100% possible to showcase in most of it, if not the entire game development process. So pretty much I'll be developing the entire game right in front of you, and in a short space of time. The game development on this game particularly is going very smoothly, so I cannot wait to start building the characters, other characters, creating environments. So that's pretty much the focus of today's show, is to so essentially I'll be programming the character that I will use to aid me throughout the levels. So I'll just call in the areas all the characters that are my peers, and they will follow my instructions what to do next. So and the key thing is that, and I never did anything like that before. So I'll be curious how this will play out. I will definitely struggle with some of these elements, but the detection of the detection of these characters, um, whatchamacall, the detection of these characters, um, the enemy characters, I can do, but the problem will be when the aiding characters, the followers, so let's just call them, will start to attacking the characters. So which one to prioritize? So that will be interesting. So let's see how it turn out. So if you like what you've seen so far, if you like the premise of the show, if you like anything about it, please hit the like button, share the show with everyone you know, subscribe and follow to the channel. I believe there will be less breaks today, because seeing that the stream crashed. This series of streams follow what is called a Pomodoro schedule structure. What is Pomodoro schedule structure? Is a modified version of the Pomodoro schedule structures that the essentially I developed the game for X amount of time, then I'll be taking 1/4, if not 1/5 of the time that I use for the event to rest, to eat something in order to avoid getting burnout and to avoid getting tired. So I've been using this technique for about almost a month, I believe, at least 3 weeks, and it has been highly successful. It's been highly successful on my body, and do not feel tired, do not feel any type of struggle. I do not feel any of exhaustion, not physical pain. So it's pretty much highly pretty much it's been a highly useful and highly successful way to do a game development. So I highly recommend it for anyone to. Sorry for a second, because I believe it wants to crash again. The computer is struggling. I don't know what. Okay. Uh, So I highly recommend using this kind of schedule structure in order to avoid getting burnout, to avoid getting any tires on any tires. So I feel 100% healthy and energetic. I cannot wait to do more. I also give you a couple of warnings. This stream might crash out because of technical issue or because of internet connection issue. They are very common nowadays, and please wait a couple of minutes, and if not a half hour, in order for me to just restart the stream and I'll make a new one in order to continue the development of this game for today. The stream will last up to 12 hours of streaming. So and today will be less breaks in order to recover the time lost because of this blue screen, this crash. In case you cannot watch this entire stream, which will be 100% understandable, I'll be making a short summary video immediately after the show will end, and the stream will be released either on it will be released on X, YouTube, and Instagram accounts. Please, if you like what you're seeing, if you like those show summary, if you like anything about it, please like, share, comment. Please subscribe, follow, hit the notification button. The more interaction my content gets, the more the algorithm will favor my channels, my content. So please help out as much as you can. I beg you. Let's see. I had to do one quick thing with this, so I believe. Okay, so this the game. No, it's not here. It's the VHS effect. Okay. So the DCR effect, just trying to apply to this so it looks better. Okay, so let's just lose as much as health as possible in a short space of time. So let's see. Okay, it starts attacking me. Okay, it looks better. Ah. Do a quick revision to the VCR effect. Just doing a quick check if the, I believe it's too much, this effect. So let's just go back here and do one. Just maybe it's not too intrusive. Lord, please don't crash. I'm better. Come on. Okay. Okay. Of course, I will improve it even further, but the purpose of today's stream must be with the characters that will aid me in my in defeating them. Okay. One thing is that I find annoying, kind of, is the health bar. But there's, if I forget. Okay. Okay, so it forgets one thing. Okay, when is this? Okay, so I'll just clean this thing up. Okay, go here. I don't know, something is wrong with my computer. Maybe it just feels overloaded or overcharged, and I'm doing nothing different from the other days. Let's see. This is attack from behind. I cannot remember. I really is this one over here. Yes, it's this one.